As kids pour back onto the campus in Stephenville, it means only one thing. It's volleyball season here at Tarleton State. Hello, everyone. I am Kyle Cruz, and I will be guiding you through another exciting edition of To The Point, brought to you by the Edge Apartments. And with match week upon us, there's only one way to kick it off, and that's by rounding out the Oklahoma trio, as it's Carmen Kinsey who joins me here. Carmen, thank you for giving me the time. Take us inside camp. I know Coach has been working y'all hard, but y'all are excited to get after it on Friday.
Yeah, we've been super competitive lately on the court. We're scrimmaging a lot and doing a bunch of drills, serve, receive, hitting. We're just excited to play somebody else and, instead of just each other.
It's a big one, too, Miami, with the opening game. How exciting is that for you and your teammates getting to play the U?
Yeah, they're from a Power 5 conference, and so I think it's all exciting. They're a big name, and we're ready to compete.
There we go. Tarleton Volleyball is welcoming all challengers in the Division I transition here. I love it. But we're going to talk much more about the program a little bit later, talk a little bit about you, though. And, coming from Oklahoma, Norman area, Carmen, just talk about the transition to Tarleton and just your experience here. I know it's one that, you're going to hold near and dear forever, not just the volleyball program, but being here on campus.
Yeah, especially, coming with Kayla and Lauren, both from Oklahoma. All three of us came in at the same time. We all knew each other before we came in. It was exciting. I liked the area. The people were great. I just knew it was the place for me with just having Kayla and Lauren too there. So I was excited to be here.
One thing I know that you have in common with both Lauren and Kayla, you're extremely close with your family, and I thought it was funny. You have something in common with Marissa Escamilla. When I chatted with her on To The Point last month, she told me that if she had to pick her favorite food, it's going to be Mexican food, but it's specific. It's her grandmother's Mexican food, and you told me the same thing. So you got to take me, what's the best dish that your grandma is serving out?
Well, since I'm Mexican, my grandma, she's 100% Mexican. She, enchiladas, when we're all in town, all my siblings, we'll all go down there and she'll cook enchiladas and tacos for us. And it has to be her enchiladas. Like, it can't be my mom's. It has to be hers.
I love it. Very specific with
Yes.
that. We look at you kind of growing into volleyball. You told me you got started playing when you were 13. When was it an immediate kind of thing where you fell in love with the game, or did it take a little bit of time to kind of realize this is something that I'm going to pursue, into college?
I started like 13, 12, and really it was just like, just another sport to add on to my list. I was like playing mostly basketball at the time, and that was my main focus. But I think when I hit 16, I had a coach tell me like, oh, you could actually go and play somewhere. And that really just like caught my eye, like, oh, like I might have a chance to go play in college and, maybe get a scholarship and all that stuff. So 16 was when like I was like, oh, I can go and do this in college.
There you go, and the rest is history. So,
yes,
as I said, very close-knit with your family. I have a feeling that's why Christmas is your favorite holiday. What is it that makes the Kinsey family Christmas just kind of the thing that stands out among all the holidays?
Well, usually most of us are home. I'm the youngest of three brothers, so we're all grown up and we're all far away from each other. But, the holidays, Christmas, we all come back. And my birthday's the day after Christmas, so we get to celebrate that too. So I just love having everybody there and we can hang out with each other since we don't see each other that much.
Spending your 4 years in Texas, but, I know you feel close to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's always going to have a place in your heart. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are as well. We've discussed that's one thing that's very unique about living in Oklahoma. That's your team because that's the person you want. Talk about, getting to go to games there and, just kind of the way that you became a Thunder fan.
Yeah, for sure. So my grandma actually has season tickets. So she's had season tickets since they were the Hornets. And so we've just grown up. We've literally grown up with them, with the Thunder. So we would go anytime. Anytime I'm back home, I always have to catch a Thunder game. Always.
You were telling me that you want to go to Thailand. If for a dream vacation, that's where you're picking. That's interesting. I haven't heard that one before. What stands out about Thailand and what makes you want to go over there?
The culture, I think it's so different from America, and I think it's not the obvious choice. So, I think it's just a fun experience that I could eventually maybe do.
I talked for the affinity of the home state you have, but it was interesting. I asked you whenever you're done here at Tarleton where you might want to live. You said Oklahoma would be good an option, but then you brought up South Carolina and North Carolina, which I feel like is kind of coming from opposite ends of the spectrum. What is it that would make you want to live in one of those respective states or just spend some of your time there?
Yeah, well, I've been to the West Coast a lot. You know, I have a lot of family there. And, you know, I just recently went to over on the East Coast this summer. So I just knew, like, you know, it's a really beautiful and pretty place. And maybe eventually I'd like to be there. But again, like, you know, I love Norman. I love Oklahoma. So maybe there too.
You told me that you love to read. That's your favorite pastime. What's your favorite book?
Oh, gosh. It's so hard. Probably it's called like In Words and Others. It's just like, you know, a simple book it's actually about people that like to read too. So it's cool.
Fits well. You're hearing from Carmen Kinsey, a senior on Mary Schindler's volleyball team, getting ready for their 9:30 first serve with Miami. They'll play Florida International as well this Friday. Carmen, it's time for our This or That segment. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're going to go quick. Cookies or cake?
Cake.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Cat or dog?
Cat.
Shoes or flip-flops?
Shoes.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Shorts or pants?
Shorts.
Pancakes or waffles?
French toast.
I like it. You picked the third. There you
Yeah.
go. You made it. There you go. Summer or winter?
A winner.
Love or money?
Love.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
I know where you're going on this one. Is it the Pooh or the Plowboys?
Pooh. For sure, Pooh.
And you know what? I love that you stay by your heart. I don't even think the Plowboys will hold it against you. They're such big supporters as well for Tarleton volleyball. So anyways, when we take a look, Purple Pooh is one of your favorite traditions. That's how I kind of knew what direction you were going there. But Carmen, when it came to making the decision to come here to Tarleton, you talked about the people and how critical that was and how it's one of your favorite things. What stands out about the Stephenville community?
It's just like all the people that come out to the games, like when we're playing on the court, you can hear everybody since everybody's so close and everybody comes out to support you. And like, if you see them at the store, they're going to say hi to you. They're going to ask you how the season's going. They're going to ask you how you're doing or school is going. You know, they truly care about you. And that's what just drew me in.
You also told me the competitiveness of the program, that was really critical to you. Talk about Mary Schindler, your head coach. I know that's one thing. Winning is critical to her, and she expects y'all to play at a high level. And I know all you ladies, y'all expect that out of yourselves.
Yeah, I would say me and Coach are probably the most competitive people on the team. She's up there. I'm up there with her. We're both very similar, but you know, she was one of the reasons why I wanted to come here because of how competitive they were. And, you know, she always wants the best for us. And she's so passionate about, you know, us winning and us as individuals. And she just wants us to go hard. And that's what I loved. And that's why I wanted to be here.
You talked about there was a special moment whenever you're on the New Mexico trip that kind of was your volleyball career coming to fold, so to speak, hearing Coach talk about stories and all of that. Take us inside that moment. It's one that you talked about is special to you. Yeah,
it was just such a like touching moment because we were just sitting in the airport waiting for our flight to back here. And she was just telling stories about like, you know, when we were freshmen and when we were sophomores, and just makes you think, you know, I'm a senior now and how much I've grown and how much, you know, the team's grown. It's something special.
I asked you about your teammates, a bunch of different questions. I asked you who the smartest one was, and Maddie Thurr is who you came up with. But the way you answered it, you're like, you kind of got to get to know Maddie, though. What is it that stands out about her that makes you think she's sharp?
Oh, she's another competitive person. She cares about school. She wants to be there. She's ready to learn every single day in practice. And, you know, that's why I know, like, she's also, like, she's just an overall smart girl, competitive, very passionate about what she wants to be and all that stuff.
It was funny. I was talking to you about being opinionated on the team. And I asked you who the most opinionated was. What was funny about it is you were going to list yourself, but then you said Caleb Brannon because you felt like you had to give an answer like that. But the funny thing is, if you've watched To the Point, Caleb Brannon said, I'm blatantly the most opinionated on the team. So you got to let me know, what is it about KB that stands out when she just kind of speaks to the team that makes her feel that way?
Yeah, she sticks to her guns, when she wants something done, it's going to get done. She's a really great leader on and off the court, and, she'll tell you what she wants, and we'll get it done for sure.
I asked you what teammate you'd want to see run for president, and it was quick. You came up with Amber Strange pretty fast, and I love your answer, Carmen.
I thought Amber's great because, she cares about people. She wants everybody to do well, and she cares like how you are, and if you're doing good, like she always asks me how I'm doing, and she always gives me a hug, and she just has that caring ability right there.
Another person that you're tight with like that is Lauren Kersey. As you mentioned, you go back with Lauren. That was who you picked to share the deserted island with on the squad. So what's Lauren bringing to the table that is going to get her out there on the island with you?
Me and Lauren are very similar. We're, we have the same humor sometimes. We fight with each other a lot, but, we love each other. And again, I've been with her so long. She's just one of those friends that, you're just going to know forever, and she's going to be there for you.
Yep, absolutely. I know Lauren Kersey and Caleb Brannon, for that matter. Those are the friendships that you're probably never going to lose, and that you'll keep in touch with. Sure, it'll be a bright future for you, Carmen, when you leave. Take us inside that. Obviously a long volleyball season ahead, a long time here at Tarleton ahead still. But before you know it, you'll be out of here. What are kind of your plans for whenever you wrap up your stay here in Stephenville and move on from Tarleton State?
Yeah, so hopefully graduate with a sports communication degree, and hopefully, get into the sports realm, maybe do broadcasting or some journalism. I really want to stay in the sports, like college sports would be ideal. So that's hopefully that's that.
Well, if the guy calling the volleyball games, I'd love to have you on as a color commentator, just as I've loved calling your games, Carmen. I appreciate you giving me the time, and best of luck on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Carmen Kinsey rounding out the Oklahoma trio as she gets ready to lead her Texans into action on Friday. The Miami Hurricanes are the opening opponent, 9:30 a.m. first serve for that one. Florida International at 3 p.m. after that. Big opening for Texan volleyball. Stay up to date with all of your news and notes over Mary Schindler's crew on tarletonsports.com. Also follow Tarleton Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up with everything about Texan athletics. That's going to wrap it up for us here on To The Point, brought to you by the Edge Apartments. For Carmen Kinsey, this is Kyle Cruz saying a happy match week, and until next time, so long.